Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today I'll be reacting to TwoStep by the Dave Matthews Band, and I'll notice the DMB reactions that I do. I'll see the comments, and one of the most frequently recommended songs was TwoStep. So I'm glad to finally have been requested this one today, and we'll be checking it out. And I think the TwoStep, if I recall correctly from, oh god, it must have been like junior high, is some kind of like Western style dance. So, I expect maybe the song to be in line with some kind of Western aesthetic or vibe, but either way, it's DMB. I have no idea what they're going to throw at me this time. Either way, I'm excited to check it out. Before we jump in, a massive thank you has to go to Richard, whose generous support made this reaction possible. Thank you so much. Alright, now it's time. Let's jump in. So that's interesting. We have Boyd strumming the violin and Dave strumming the guitar at the exact same frequency. And this beautiful bass melody. Wow, are they going to do this the whole time? That works for me. They can make one chord sound so good. Oh my god. Okay, Stefan is kinda killing it right now. Oh. Oh my god, I have chills all over my body, guys.
Swallowed I was dreaming for myself understanding. Before me there 100,000 friends would gather one and all. And so decided we could rule it all if we should dance all the way across the greatest city in the world.
Oh my god. My whole body is electric. Oh my god.
Hey, my love, I came to you with best intent.
Okay.
What I'm seeking, or say, my love, you drive me to distraction.
Wow.
So, my love, do you believe that we might last 8,000 years or more, if not for this? Our flesh and blood, it's
There's like this consistent, like horse gallop of a rhythm. Oh my god. Just when you think there's like nothing that can surprise you from DMB, they continue to surprise.
Love, do you believe that we might last 8,000 years or more, if not for this, our flesh and blood it ties. You and me right upside, let's celebrate, I'll celebrate with will. 'Cause life is so much sweet for certain. Hey, we come on 2 by 2. To be sure these days continue, things we cannot say right so.
And this is Boyd plucking the violin. Wow.
Like wine comes to the mouth.
Okay.
Grown tired of water all the time.
The dynamics have reduced a little bit, but still consistent.
My mind, let's celebrate, I'll celebrate, we will. The life is so much sweet for certain. Baby, come on 2 by 2. Out of it, saw these days continue, babe. We can pull away down, celebrate, we will. Oh, 'cause life is so much sweet for certain. We climb on 2 by 2 to be sure that all these days continue, babe. We cannot say.
Wow. Even the rhythm of the strumming from Boyd on his violin, which to me is an insane statement to make, but I'm making it. The rhythm of the violin strumming here is like in this weird off rhythm style or feel with Carter on the drums, maintaining the feel, but both of them at different intervals are dynamically increasing the delay of their hit. So it's like they're in a consistent 4/4, let's call it, a consistent tempo for a while, and then they break pattern for maybe, a measure, or call it maybe like a beat and a half, something like that. And then they'll find themselves in a new location because Carter on the drums has also changed. So if you're Boyd, you're doing your thing and then you decide to change, and then you listen to Carter, and then at some point he decides to change, and you guys are both like playing this weird ephemeral game of musical tag rhythmically. If that makes no sense, I get you. Let's keep listening.
To me, just what I'm seeking or say. Won't you love to come and celebrate? Oh, celebrate, we will. Oh, the
just
life
good
is
energy.
So much sweet for certain. We climb on 2 by 2 to be sure that all these days continue, babe. We can follow the to be sure that all these days continue, babe. We cannot
I love just from that consistent like heavy groove into these kind of periods of lull and drawdown. It's just so pleasant. Don't you guys think that Dave Matthews is probably one of the best songwriters of all time? And I'm sure it's not just Dave. He works in collaboration with all of the other talented musicians in the Dave Matthews Band. But the way that Dave just ties it all together with these really almost like esoteric vocal melodies and stylings and the way he performs and sings. It's like the necessary glue. Love this melodic motif. Okay. The feel is just so different here. Whoa, listen to Carter, listen to Carter. What is Peter doing? I don't even... Oh, these chord voicings are just delicate. Tasty. That is special. They're so groovy. I understand why I was recommended this so many times. I haven't heard a Dave Matthews song like this. I haven't heard a song like this. Just settles into your body. The melody, the rhythm. You hear the kick drum from Carter. How? I love how hard he's hitting the piano keys. bass line too. Dude, that is, I think, the first time I've ever heard Peter take a solo like that. How long was that? Like 7 minutes long? Mind-blowing skill. We need more from Peter. I want to hear more Peter and Dave Matthews. God, he is talented to say the least. That whole journey of just him playing with Carter in the back, and you hear Stefan on the bass and all the other instrumentation. Ew. I'm like following 4 simultaneous musical threads, but my full focus and attention can't go everywhere, and it focuses the most on Peter, and he's hitting the notes with such conviction and prowess. And the voicings he chooses to land on are so tasty. And then all of the melodic notes he's choosing in between that are bringing him from moment to moment. Whew, that is, yeah, more than impressive. Oh my Lord. It's like I'm trying to wrap my brain around this track. It is not an easy task. Let's just enjoy more. I really like this motif here. Yeah. I'm noticing that a lot of motifs that DMB like to use in their songs, and they have very long songs, especially in their live performances. I've been noticing that these phrases are themselves extended, right? But if you cut them early on, they are perfect loops to themselves. So you can just play this little quick chord progression, do do boom boo do do, and you can loop that infinitely because there is a sort of resolution in that short melody, but it also leads into the restart of that same melody. So you can just keep adding on these little, I don't know what you would want to call them, like melodic tic-tacs, and you just one after the other in sequence keep adding to the song. And once we know that that is the basis for a lot of the craziness that Dave can throw at this like simple melody, you can just expand infinitely. And I love that from a creative standpoint, because when you start with something so small, you don't have much to work off of. You really have to go into the annals of the human mind, the deep recesses, to discover what unique melodies can we stack on top of this, or unique rhythms or lyrics or both, or all of that, all of the above really, and then some. What can make that motif stand out even more? Or you can think of it in reverse as well. The motif is so solid and sturdy and stable and can be repeated that it serves as a very, very powerful floor for the track itself, where you can add craziness on top of it and jump back and forth like a springboard. It's just intense and impressive. hope y'all are enjoying listening with me. Do you see how that motif is building itself? It's consistent, but we're getting so much more around it. Oh. Oh. Dude. Carter has been insane on this. Listen to the delayed hits. We gotta go back. How is Carter doing that? It's like he's in Whiplash, and then Fletcher is like, "Are you rushing or dragging?" And it sounds like to me that Carter is dragging, but I know he has just rhythm in his heart. He's doing so intentionally. And then I think after he starts dragging, but it's all by a consistent delay. Are you guys getting my point? Let's listen back. It's like he's a little early here. I can. Okay, are we in two separate time signatures for each instrument? And are we also in two separate tempos? I'm inclined to say yes on the first, no on the second. Dude, I have never heard this before. I mean, I'm just going to listen back again. This is like some of the most insane drumming I've heard. And then the fact that he like drops back into lockstep with the whole band, that's insane. But now I'm thinking of God, there's so much that I'm thinking of. Now I'm thinking of the flip side of this, because how is Stefan in such lockstep with himself, because it sounds like Carter is the one that is like the instrument and the bass is like playing the percussive role, right? So the bass is now keeping the tempo of the track, but Carter is like dancing crazily around that. But how is I guess Stefan just has that like internal tempo, that internal metronome, such that he doesn't even need to listen to Carter to maintain his tempo. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then again, the strumming of the violin. So smart. Oh, all the way down. Whoa. A little burst in the middle of the consistent pattern. You hear a little of that coming from Dave as well now. Hear that bass. Um, yeah, that was Two Step by the Dave Matthews Band. I don't understand. I don't get it. They are just so talented. And I won't pretend to say that I understand everything that they did there. I think what was most impressive for me, given all of the craziness that we heard, was Carter playing those offbeat rhythms, the polyrhythms. I think the tempo changes, and I think he's dynamically changing the tempo as well. So it's like as if the song was like 100 beats per minute and everybody else is playing to that rhythm, or that tempo rather. You have Carter who's slowing down. He's like, all right, screw it. I'm going to go 95 beats per minute. And then I'm going to go 90. And then he's going to keep tanking it and letting the tempo change and dance around everything else while everybody else is somehow remaining in that 100 beats per minute. I know that's probably not exactly right, but he's doing something that is like otherworldly with the tempo of this song. I would love for Danny Carey of Tool and Carter from Dave Matthews Band to just like have a drum off. I feel like those are some of the best drummers that I've reacted to on this channel. Both of them just defy expectation defy reality. So that's Carter. And then we have Boyd strumming the violin. I didn't even know you could do that. And if you remember, it wasn't just Boyd strumming the violin. It was obviously, Dave Matthews himself strumming the guitar. And that whole intro section is just them building an atmosphere using one chord. Okay, and then it's like, all right, that's not that crazy, right? Sohum, that builds an atmosphere, makes the song epic and simple but dynamic, sure. But then we have that amazing 7-minute solo from Peter on the keys. And then you're like, okay, how could they possibly top a 7-minute solo? And then just Carter and Stefan blow your face clean off. The song had very little to do with the actual singing here. I think that was like the most tuned down, I guess you could put it, or dialed back element of the Dave Matthews Band, which we love when Dave sings, but man, this was a spotlight of everybody else there. I am just all kinds of confused and just awestruck. Jesus. Guys, you've been holding out on me for too long. I'm glad we finally made it to TwoStep, but wow. That was amazing. I'm very curious. Let me hear your comments about this one in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about this track? And just Dave Matthews in general, the whole band, every member, leave me your thoughts. I'd be curious to hear about them. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Subscribe if you did. And if you would like to request a reaction yourself, please hit the link in the description box below. That's the best way to support my channel. And as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.